All right, good day everyone. So today we are going to discuss chapter 5 of our strategic management. So it is entitled Business Level Strategies. Okay, so here are the contents. We are going to discuss cost leadership strategy, differentiation strategy, focus cost strategy, focus differentiation, integrated strategy, and blue ocean strategy. Okay, so let's proceed. So before we start, let's have a quick review. So we already discussed this in our chapter 1, no, yung organizational strategy. So we have a corporate strategy. So under that is yung business strategy and yung functional. So today we are going to focus here sa business strategy. And to give you some example, okay? So example is yung bank, no? So, bank is a corporate level. So, usually, yan yung mga board of directors, audit committee, general managers, no? Yung mga namumuno dyan. Now, yung sa business level, yan yung mga business unit, no? Kunyari, yung bank, meron siyang insurance company. Bukod doon, meron siyang retail banking, meron siyang investment management. Ayan. And meron din siyang functional level, which is yung mga marketing, research, HR, and IT. So, focus tayo dito sa business level. Okay? So let's proceed. What is business level strategy? So business level strategy is a sum of strategic planning and implementation activities that set and steer the direction of an individual business unit. Okay, so this activity will generally include how to gain a competitive advantage and create customer value in a specific market, no, the business unit operates. So ito yung types, no, ng business level. We are going to discuss this in detail. But before that, let's have some quick review sa chapter 4 naman natin, no? Na-discuss natin itong business level strategy. Meron tayong types. So, meron, kung yung market mo, yung broad, so usually, ang ginagamit nating type ng business strategy is yung cost leadership and differentiation. Now, pag narrow naman, okay, narrow yung segment ng market mo, so we are going to use yung focus, leadership, and focus differentiation. So, na-discuss natin yan sa chapter 4. So, let's proceed. When we say cost leadership, no, it is all about offering a product at a lower price, no, than other competitors. Okay? So, na-discuss din natin to last time, no? To become cost leaders, no, businesses employ economies of scale and various tactics such as improving facilities, investment in tools, reducing overhead costs, no, and minimizing expenses related to R&D and POS operation. So the ultimate goal is to achieve the lower cost of your product or service. So usually mga business unit, ang goal nila, no, ang strategy na ginagamit nila is cost leadership. They are looking for technology na makakatulong sa kanila para makapag-produce efficiently. At the same time, mababawasan yung mga overhead costs nila. And then, yung effect nun is magkakaroon sila ng lower price na i-offer sa market. Okay? So, meron tayong key element of cost leadership strategies. Cost minimization, pricing strategy, and operational efficiency. So, yan yung elements, no? So, ang cost minimization is efficient production process, no? Leveraging economic scale, optimizing the supply chain, and resources optimization are essential aspect of cost minimization, allowing organization to reduce expense and gain competitive edge. No? Yun nga. So, minimize nila yung mga process na nagiging redundant at least para hindi pa ulit-ulit yung ma-hire nilang mga tauhan for that specific job para ma-minimize nila yung cost. Pricing strategy, no? Usually, sa cost leadership, um, pumapasok sila sa sa market ng mas mababang price compared to their competitor. And of course, yung operational efficiency, sabi ko nga kanina, no, they are looking for improvement, no, improvement or integrating automation, or they are using technology para mas maging efficient yung kanilang work, no. At the same time, mas mapapabilis yung process, no, mababawasan yung cost, mababawasan yung taong i-hire nila. So, through that, pwede nilang i-offer yung product o service nila na mas mababa kaysa sa kanilang mga competitors. So, another type of business level strategy is differentiation leadership. No? This differentiation strategy emphasizes the development and marketing of product in a manner that provides greater value to customer and focus on unique features that warrant a higher price point. No? So ito naman, they make their product or service unique, no, to their competitors. No, the most common example of differentiation, ito yung example na natin to last time, yung Apple, no. So nag-invest talaga sila sa R&D, customer service, tsaka sa marketing para at least yung pinaka-edge nila for their competitor is ma-provide yung premium price, no? Kahit magtaas nga sila, kahit every year sila maglabas ng bagong unit, kahit mataas yan, tinatangkilik pa rin sila kasi nga they are identified as uh, they have unique iOS and at the same time yung quality ng product. So, merong 5 differentiation strategies, no? Yung minsan yung product, nagfo-focus sila doon sa mga features, no? Nag-i-invent sila ng mga higher features compared sa competitors. Yan nga, sa mga gadgets, appliances, yan. So, sa marketing tone naman, pwede rin, no, nag-brand nila yung product nila as different dun sa mga competitors nila. So, they are creating strategies, no, advertisement, no. So, nag-advertise nila yung product nila ng different, na meron silang marketing strategy na ginagawa para ma-identify silang different sa kanilang competitors. And of course, pricing. So, tulad nga nyo sa kahit sa pricing di-differentiate din yung product and service nila. Kunyari, they offer higher price, pero tinatangkilik pa rin sila, no? Sa quality, of course, they producing quality products para at least taklikin pa sila ng kanilang mga customers. And of course, yung service. Sabi dyan, great service can generate customer loyalty. No? And a prospective customer may be willing to pay more or take a chance in smaller business if they have excellent customer relations. So yan yung 5 differentiation strategies. So let's proceed with another type of business level strategies. Focus leadership. So ito yung mga narrow lang, no? Yung ibig sabihin yung kunti lang yung market. So business can concentrate their effort by targeting a niche market, no? Even a subset of that niche, or to afford a reduced cost. Okay? So for instance, a tool manufacturer might choose to focus their cost leadership strategy solely on professional trade person market. Okay. So, ibig sabihin, itong focus cost leadership, yun din na target nila, no? They set yung lower price kahit na konti lang yung market, pero meron silang focus target market. Okay? Katulad example natin last time, yung LinkedIn, no? Focus sila doon sa mga professionals. Okay, sige, let's proceed with focus differentiation. Ito naman, ang difference naman ito, focus naman siya doon sa uniqueness ng product. No? May focus yung kanilang target market, pero they still identified yung uniqueness ng kanilang product o service. So it involves standing out from customers while concentrating efforts on a smaller subset of their customer base. So sabi nga, this might seem counterintuitive, but deeply understanding a small customer segment allow businesses to anticipate customers' needs more accurately. Okay? Now, yung last is yung integrated low or low cost or differentiation. Ito yung they combine yung low cost at the same time yung uniqueness or yung quality ng product. Some businesses find success by combining a low cost strategy and differentiations. Example nito yung mga premium fast food, no? They offer low prices, no? Pero still meron sila mga traditional fast food chain, no? Na hindi nila binabago kasi yun yung nag-identify sa kanila as unique compared to their competitors. Now, let's proceed to our last topic, yung Blue Ocean strategy. Okay? So, ito, yung Blue Ocean strategy is about helping your company gain uncontested market space, no? Separate from other similar business. So, this new space are described as Blue Ocean. Ibig sabihin, nag-e-exceed yung supply kaysa sa demand. No, ibig sabihin, maraming malawak yung market. So, ibig sabihin, malawak yung market, hindi siya nakikipag-contest, no? Doon, ibig sabihin, kahit anong, ang tawag dyan, yung ilabas mong product, no? So, ibig sabihin, etong company na to, hindi siya nakikipag-contest doon sa ibang, ano, kasi nag-stand out siya. Okay? So, sa iba naman, ang tawag naman sa mga company na nagsusurvive sa mga struggle nila. Okay. Yung Red Ocean. Sabihin, yung Blue Ocean strategy, maraming opportunity yung company, no? Pag sinabing Red Ocean, ayan, nagsusurvive siya doon sa mga struggle. Okay? So, it represents simultaneous pursuit of high product differentiation and low cost, making competition irrelevant. Okay? So, hindi niya kailangan makapag-compete kasi nga mataas yung supply. Ayan nga. Study show that Blue Ocean strategy particularly needed when supply exceed demand in a market. So, to give you some example of Blue Ocean strategy, so we have here Ford. Now, when a household name automotive company, no, Ford, launched its new legendary Model T series, no, manufacturers. Ito yung they customize cars, no, for each buyers according dun sa gusto ng buyers, no? And kahit na mahal siya, quality yung product. So, in contrast, no, hindi siya nakikipag-contest dun sa mga market, di ba, sa ibang mga sasakyan. Ito example ng T model, no, ng Ford. So, unique siya, no? So, yan yung parang old model structure, pero ang ginagawa yan, ano, no, matataas yung price niya. And usually, yung mga bumibili nito, yung mga may kaya sa buhay, no? So, ginagawa nilang mga collection, no? So, kino-customize ng isang company yung kanilang product based dun sa gusto ng ano. So, ito, nag-release yung Ford ng gano'n, iba-ibang kulay, no? So, ayan. So, syempre, hindi siya katulad ng ibang kalaban niya sa market na mga high-tech, ah more on ano. So, stay lang siya doon sa lumang design niya. Di ba yung mga ganitong design? Medyo, ano lang, um, hindi siya ganun sa kataas compared sa mga bagong luxury cars today, no? Pero consider sa as vintage, ibig sabihin, kahit itaas na nila yung price, no? Um, kinukuha pa rin siya. So, ibig sabihin, ano lang to, no? Limited edition lang ng Ford. So, another example of blue ocean strategy, Nintendo, no? Marami siyang kalaban na ngayon, no? Yung mga Xbox, PlayStation, di ba? Pa-high-tech ng pa-high-tech yung mga laro. Pero yung Nintendo, nag-focus siya dun sa wireless motion control gameplay. No? Ito nga, no? That's how Nintendo was able to introduce more interactive physical games like Wii Sports Series, yan. The game popularity as well as the console grew rapidly. So, nag-grow yung ano niya because of that, no? So, hindi siya nakipag-contest doon sa mga kalaban niya. Pero, nag-stay siya doon sa uniqueness ng product niya. Pero kahit marami, no? So, last example ng Blue Ocean strategy is yung Netflix. Ito nga, sabi nga, yung Netflix, 2 beses niya ginamit yung ano, Blue Ocean strategy. So, ayan. So, dati, no? Nag-start siya, yung DVD rental pa lang siya. Okay, 1997. Siya yung first ever mail order DVD rental. So, nag-email, kailangan mag-email sa kanila bago ka maka-order. Dati kasi pupunta ka sa physical store, no, bago ka mag-rent. Nakakalaban niya mga malalaki, yung mga Video City, ayan. Kung naabutan nyo yun. Tapos, yung nag, ano sila ng technology, no? Nag-adapt sila ng technology sa company nila. Ngayon, nag-live streaming sila. Nag-streaming sila ng TV model, no? And the rest is the history. So, kilala na Netflix, introducing mga movies, no? Ayan. Okay. So, that's it for our chapter 5. Thank you for listening and see you next meeting.